Why am I so hard on myself? Why are we pushing ourselves to do so many things? What's the point? That's what I'm talking about in this video. And it's not very edited, it's not very slick and interesting in that editing sense. It's just realness between me and my husband. And if you want to stick around to the end, I'm going to include a prayer poem thing because I feel like I need to share them somewhere, but I really don't know where else to do it. So, thanks for sticking around to the end. Let me know if you do. There's a part of me that thinks, I want to be lazy. I want to have no expectations and just sit on my butt and do what I want. I need a purpose. I need something that's more than just wiping tables at home and at work. So this video is about what the project that Morton and I are doing, and to tell you that it's not too much for us because I'm a too much kind of person. One thing that I love about this is that it gives Morton and I an opportunity to actually work together on something, because for so much of our life we worked together. It was like all that we knew was being a team 24/7, and of course it had its challenges. And yeah, like any other couple that works full 24/7 together, we got sick of each other a little bit. Our styles of personality and work don't quite mesh, but that's also our strength too. That was the ways that we are different and disagree was always the ways that we kept each other from breaking apart. Or, he kept me from breaking. I kept him from being lazy too quickly.
Yep.
But struggles that I see with this is just motivation, being organized. There's so many details to be organized. Have you done the spreadsheet?
Nope.
We want to have a spreadsheet of all the topics that we want to cover. There's just so many little details that I think we're both kind of waiting for the other person to do. So you might recall that I have mentioned that I was an actor for many years. And the point of that was, there's a lot of points, but it was about changing the world through sharing a message. That was how it started in the 60s, turning the world right side up. Because art can change people's minds, stories can change people's minds, and then therefore their hearts can be changed as well. So I didn't join with the most mature and purpose-filled purposes. I wanted to get out of Utah. No offense, family and friends in Utah, but the desire to travel, see the world. I think that's in a lot of us. So I wanted to get out. I was in an unhealthy relationship, and one of my biggest fears was getting stuck. That's what I always grew up thinking, was being stuck in a life that you don't want is what happens to a lot of people. So I wanted to go have some adventures before getting out, before getting stuck. And then that relationship did not continue, and I was traveling longer, seeing more, went to Europe, went to South Africa. But one of the things that I learned that broke my heart, one of the things that probably broke my heart the most while I was on the road, was when I felt that feeling that nobody can find it in their heart to care about us. Nobody wants to help us. We're all alone out here. When I couldn't find a place for us to stay, when people canceled their housing, and I was desperate to find others, or if I just dropped the ball and didn't plan far enough in advance, when nobody would give us an opportunity to perform so we wouldn't have any money to get to the next place. Everything came through, and I never had to sleep in the car or the van. There was always food in our bellies. There was always a place to sleep. We lived on faith, and faith did not disappoint us. But those feelings stuck. Those feelings, one time I literally kicked a tree because I was so mad at God that nobody was helping us, that nobody cared. And so I just have this passion to not ever have anyone feel like that, because it sucks. It sucks to feel that. So I'm really passionate about this project because I don't want people to feel lonely and overwhelmed and stressed as they go through this transition. That's one of the reasons that I started making YouTube videos in the first place. Just being born out of my own loneliness and wondering if there were other people out there like me that wanted to connect so that we can help each other's loneliness. I'm obviously a very emotional person. I even see pictures of people that don't have the basic needs of life, you know? The basics, food, a place to sleep, you know, because also I've been there. But loneliness is just right after all of those absolute essentials. Like loneliness friendship is as essential as food, air, shelter. Yeah. Enjoy doing the YouTube channel with me?
Yeah.
And what do you enjoy about it?
It's great that we have a project that we're doing together, and it's a lot more fun to just, you know, work together with someone you enjoy spending time with.
Yay! And are you guys having fun?
Yes.
Yes. No. I kind of feel about it the same way that people like start college at 40 or whatever. Like, oh man, I'll be 45 when I'm done. But you'd be 45 anyway. Like, oh, the house is a mess. I don't have time to do the things that I already want to do. But this time will already pass anyway. Like, you want somebody to do something, you ask the busiest person because they know how to make things happen. Speaking of making things happen, I'm pretty sure I forgot last week's video.
Wait, just forgot to make one?
No, we made it. I just didn't edit it or upload it.
Oh. Oops.
But I mean, we have to cut ourselves slack. We're not.
Oh, the Survivin Sweden video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I can't. It's single people can have this, like, or, you know, single childless people. Can you sing a little bit softer, please?
Yeah, you probably can pull off there and
Oh, it's okay.
scrap this shot.
I know. But, like, single people without children can say, I'm going to follow my dream, whatever it takes, however long I have to stay up. Because this is my entire life and my entire dream. But when you've got jobs and kids and stuff, you don't have the luxury of saying that, of pursuing a dream like that. You fit it in the cracks, and you have to figure out your priorities.
Yeah, because we have other, you know, the dreams that we have already fulfilled sort of have to take priority over the ones that we're hoping to fulfill in the future.
Yeah. As you may have realized by now, this whole video is about being raw, unfiltered, and honest. So, in the spirit of that honesty, the truth is, you know, we are not rich people. We are very, very thankful to the programs that are out there in Sweden to help. We've recently applied for housing help. Morton?
Yeah.
What's that housing rent help that we applied for called?
Bostadsbidrag.
Bostadsbidrag. Oh man, so many things to make videos about. So much help out there available for people that maybe they just don't know about. So yeah, we are in debt. Like, there are debts that we really, really look forward to paying off. Like, there's steps that we want to take to get our situation better. But, you know, right now, this is the season that Morton is getting the education that he always dreamed about. And I'm working to pay for our rent. Like, that's it. All I do is pay for rent, all my table wiping, there's nothing being set aside for the future. And I'm looking for a thing to put the salad in. I want to contribute to that, and I dream of using the internet to support my family. And sometimes I feel like, oh, but I can't because I don't want to make the popular stuff, you know? I can't make something that I'm not passionate about. But something I am passionate about is building community, being honest, sharing the journey. So yeah, this is the journey. I feel like the stakes of this journey are kind of halfway between, supporting my family like I want to, but also feeling like I'm being fulfilled creatively. And I'm doing something that brings me joy and doesn't make me feel like I'm drying up. And so that's why sometimes I have to leave the house messy a little bit, because I need to make something that I'm happy with. Oh, I almost forgot to say the other part of it. From the 1st of June, almost dropped the salad, I just cut on the floor. We don't know where we're going to be living. It's very difficult to find a place to live near Visby. So there's just so many things happening all at once. And we're staying hopeful. We're staying positive. Yeah. And this video is not going to be so well edited and fancy as some of the others, but I can't put those standards on myself, because if I think that they all have to be incredible, then I will psych myself out of even wanting to create, and that's not going to make me feel very good. So yes, this is life. Thanks for sharing on this journey with us. Hugs! Nostrils of death! Because they're big. Or normal sized. What do you think? I don't know. Stick around till the end if you want to hear a poem. And this is it to me. Bye. I long to be finished, complete in Jesus, doubt discarded, fears forgotten, formaldehyde unnecessary to preserve this tent. Let it be free to return to the earth. My spirit will be soaring. Creation waits to see who truly belongs to Jesus. Was it the ones we thought? Narrow, difficult road, a cross carried, a strong will submitted, dreams and tears and shifted perspectives, expectations adjusted, priorities. At the end we stand alone. None in front or behind, everything stripped. No space for any kind of pride. Our eyes, window to the soul, the weakest place that takes in the beauty, widens at the comprehension of grace. You can pity anyone if you see pain in their eyes. You can recognize kindness and love. Understanding what you see if you can't put words to it. Look to the eye, see the person, the yearning to matter, to succeed, to grow, to be perfect. Tears fall from the place our spirits are exposed. For suffering, unfairness, pain, grief. What we see becomes who we are. What we feel shows what's in our hearts. Give me a longing for the justice, wisdom, and mercy of a king who died for love. Let my eyes see who I really am, and the groaning brings about transformation. Renew the longing to be free of this limited perspective. I long for Jesus. So I thought it would be good to actually read from the Bible what was inspiring about, what inspired me to write this poem, thought, prayer thing. This is from Romans chapter 8 from verse 18. For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creation eagerly waits for the revealing of the sons of God. For the creation was subjected to futility,
not willingly, but because of him who subjected it in hope. Because the creation itself also will be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groans and labors with birth pangs together until now. Not only that, but we also who have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, eagerly waiting for the adoption, the redemption of our body. For we were saved in this hope. But hope that is seen is not hope, for why does one still hope for what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance. This is a good chapter. Definitely just go and read Romans chapter 8. And there's a lot of things in there that I don't understand, that the Bible is meant to be wrestled with and thought through and prayed through. But when I was writing this, I was thinking about just the promise of a new body. I long to be finished, complete in Jesus, doubt discarded, fears forgotten. So it's not the physical aspect of my body, though I do get some sore back issues now and then. It's the spiritual and physiological aspects of this body that really get me down sometimes. Formaldehyde unnecessary to preserve this tent. Because so many people spend so much time, well, not their time, obviously they're dead, but they spend so much money and work to preserve their dead bodies, to delay the process of decomposition. And it's just so silly. Like, this is a tent, and it doesn't need to be preserved. It's not gonna last. Let it be free to return to the earth. My spirit will be soaring. And then talking about creation waits to see who truly belongs to Jesus. This picture has just been so deeply embedded in my mind and my heart that there's so many people out there, so many Christians just walking around accusing people of whether they're Christian enough or not. And it's just, yes, that desire is just so strong in me too. God, who is really yours? Who really belongs to you? Because so many people are doing such a crappy job of representing your side. I just think there's just a lot of people out there that think they're Christian because they think that their righteousness is enough. They think that they've earned it, and they haven't done anything. The only reason that we have for hope is for what Jesus did for us. A lot of my poetry is about this desire for transformation in my life and to really know that I am God's.
Where are we gonna go? To church!
And after that day, we're gonna go to preschool.
Tomorrow on Monday! Yeah, we love Mondays. Hamilton!
Yes!
Yeah!
We love Mondays and hate lasagna.
Yeah! Forget you, Garfield!